For my SportsLit project, I decided to do a goal of doing 2 different yoga poses, one called the scale pose and the other one called the scorpion pose. For the scale pose, I wanted to see how long I could hold it because it requires a lot of ab strength and like upper arm. And for the scorpion pose, I wanted to see if I could actually just do it because it seemed like a fun pose to try. So the 2 essentials that I needed are a yoga mat and a water bottle. And as my community resource, I chose to do it at Elements Yoga in Darien. This is my yoga studio that I go to weekly. There's a teacher there that I take classes with named Danielle Brown. She's like an awesome yoga teacher. Danielle is very encouraging. She even goes to the lengths of learning everyone's names so that you feel very welcome in the class, which I love. And at the end of one class, I went up to her and asked her if she could help me with the scorpion pose because I was having trouble with it because I couldn't do it by myself, and she offered to even stay after class with me some weeks to help me with my project. When Danielle stayed with me after class, we even took videos of myself doing the scorpion pose and to find out so I could look at the video after we did it and see if I was doing it correctly. And even from the videos we found that my hips were too far in and they needed to be pushed out more, so that actually helped me to find out that I could do the pose. First thing before I did any of these poses, I always did warm-up stretches. 2 of my favorite warm-up stretches in yoga are opening the shoulders. Don't know the name of the pose, but you go into a T and you go over and stretch out your shoulders, and then I go into pigeon pose to stretch out my hips so that you don't hurt yourself in the midst of doing yoga poses. Scale pose, I was able to hold the pose for about 90 seconds, which was awesome. I was very proud of myself to be able to do that. Next was the scorpion pose, which was very hard. It took many tries to be able to do this. I took a bunch of videos of me trying to do it, as you will see in the video, and it was very difficult. But eventually, after many face plants on the floor and falling over, I was able to finally do my goal of scorpion pose. In my journals, I talk about that I actually ran into a few struggles during my time trying to do this project. I wasn't able to go to yoga every single week because halfway through my project, my doctor put me on a new diet I have stomach problems, and he put me on a new diet called the FODMAP diet. And although I did a whole bunch of research on this diet, I was having trouble finding foods that I could eat. Actually, for the first 2 weeks of being on this diet, I had no energy at all, so I didn't make it to the yoga studio or even dance, which was very upsetting because I couldn't work towards my goal. But eventually I was able to find different gluten-free pastas and things that would be able to give me the more calories to be able to give me the energy to keep going. Overall, I would find this a success because I was able to hold this scale pose for a long time, and I was able to do the scorpion pose, which after trying it the first time, didn't think I would actually be able to do it, but in the end I did, and I'm very happy about it.